Hey everybody, I am coming making this video message to let you know that before you launch and go to the next level or either right after, God will typically show you your enemies. For some of you, God may do both. When you are in a dry season, God will show you your enemies, and right after he pulls you out of that dry season, he will reveal to you your enemies. When God reveals enemies to you, it comes in different waves. Sometimes he'll keep showing you dreams about a particular enemy, either current or from your past. Sometimes you'll keep having a vision. Somebody's face will keep crossing your spirit and you don't understand why. You may say, well, I cut that person off 10 years ago. I cut that person off last year. I cut them off 6 months ago. I cut them off 1 year ago. Why am now out of the blue randomly I'm thinking about them? I have no interest to be friends with them. I'm not texting them. I'm not calling them. I could care less what they have going on, but they keep popping up in my spirit. I keep having visions of them. And when you have these visions of that old enemy or even sometimes a current enemy, you will feel uneasy. If you have a spirit of discernment, your spirit of discernment will let you know something is not right. You will feel uneasy. You don't feel excited about why you keep seeing that person or those people faces. Another thing is that when you have a dream of an old enemy, sometimes in your dream, God will keep giving you the same dream because sometimes it is for you to prepare for something on its way, or it's something that you need to pray against. And so if you're seeing visions and having dreams of a current enemy, somebody that you know openly does not like you, or somebody that you might suspect but you don't really know for a fact that they have anything against you, you may keep seeing them come up in your dreams, especially enemies from the past, like I said, that you cut off. You'll keep seeing them some type of way show up in your dreams and you don't know why. Now, in some cases, you will have dreams of these people because of the fact they may be planning to try to come back in your life and become a friend of you again. It may be somebody that wants to come back in your life and just connect to you some type of way because they want to finish the job of what they were trying to do right before you cut them off. And so I urge you all to be very prayerful, to be very vigilant, and to stay on top of always asking God to protect you from your enemies, known and unknown. And you need to be prayerful and vigilant about old people that you cut off before that you knew were enemies, and they are trying to come back around or pop up and act like they've changed and they want to be a friend. In some cases it may be true, but if God have not reconciled you to those people or that person, you definitely need to be careful. I want to let you all know that God would never have his children in the dark. When you are in the dark about something that's being plotted and planned against your wishes or behind your back, those are not works of Christ. Those are works of the enemy. Those are works of the darkness. Those are demonic things that are going on. What better way to pull the wool over your eyes than to do things in the dark? So some people will be shocked when they find out that a certain person is actually an enemy. Some people will be very hurt when they find out the person they least expect to be against them or to be speaking against them or plotting and planning things against them. But I want to let you know, things that are done in the dark, they start to come to light. God may not always show you every jot and tittle of what your enemies were doing or how they did it or who they got to come along with them to ride along with going against you. But God will start to show you faces. You will have dreams of a particular person. You will see visions of them, and your discernment will let you know, like, you know what, I feel uneasy about this. Why am I thinking about this person? I'm not trying to be friends with them. I'm not texting them. I'm not calling them. But for some reason, they keep coming up in my spirit. I keep seeing them in dreams. I keep seeing them in visions. I want to let you know, always be prayerful. Always be vigilant. Always take people to God who are trying to come back in your life or that you start feeling uneasy about. I want to let you all know, because this is the biggest reason why I'm making this video message. I want to let you all know that people who are not intimidated by the mantle that's on your life or what God is doing for you, these are the people that you will not suspect they are an enemy. Because when you are in a dry season, when you are in a down season, you are not doing anything that would remotely make anybody think that you're about something. If you look over your life at the seasons and the times that you were struggling and you were going through something, you probably did not have any adversaries. You probably didn't have any opposition. You probably didn't have any resistance, but you still knew that it was some people that would kind of give you a hard time. It could be close-knit family members. It could be friends. It could be co-workers you come across. It could be people in the house of God. You just knew when you came around, or when you smiled at them, or when you spoke to them, you knew that they were not really feeling you like that. You knew that they were not real fond of you. You were not their cup of tea, but you could not exactly put your finger on why they felt like that about you. But when they didn't do anything to you in your dry season, it's because they had no idea probably that you would eventually be about something. This is a mistake that a lot of people make. They believe that when they see you in your down season, and they believe when they see you in a season of struggle and bad things are happening to you and you are not advancing, people get comfortable with that and they think that your situation will never change. And so they're not really intimidated by you. They may have a small inkling that you are going to be about something, but they don't feel that it's going to be anytime soon. So they lay low. They lay low. They know who you are. They know where you are and what you got going on to a certain extent, but they lay low. But the minute that you get launched, you get more exposure on your platform. Doors open for you. More people are buzzing about you. They're talking about you. Or something in your life has changed to where your struggle, your toiling, it is not as hard as it used to be. This is when you will start to see enemies launch attacks against you. This is when they will come out the woodworks and they will try to bring up your past. They will use certain old struggles that you had against you to discredit you. You will have family members that the whole time you were in a dry season, the whole time you were down, they used to always say that they wanted the best for you. They wanted you to be happy. They want you to date. They want you to get married. They want you to get a better job. They want you to get that house or that car. They will tell you this, and the minute that it starts to happen for you, these are the same people that will get angry and they will actually start speaking against you. Some enemies, when they pop up and they are revealed, these are the ones that will start to backbite you. They will act one way in front of your face and say one thing in front of your face, but when your back is turned, they'll act another way and they'll say something else different pertaining to you when things in your life change. On today, I want to let you know, thank God if he is revealing your enemies to you, but don't fear it. Don't be afraid, because God is not. If you really consider yourself a man of God or a woman of God, if you really believe that you are a strong believer of Christ and you have a life of praying and you are minding your manners and doing the work of the Lord and your heart and spirit is in the right place, you never have to fear an enemy, because God would never allow your enemies to overtake you. So when they are revealed to you, there is nothing you need to do but leave them at the feet of God. There is nothing you need to do, even if they get a little bit of traction when it comes to trying to launch those attacks against you. Please understand that no weapon formed will prosper. They are not going to get that far in their plotting and planning and scheming against you. There is only a time and a certain season that these people will be able to be successful as far as doing certain things against you and even saying certain things about you. Speaking against you and saying certain things. There's only so far God is going to allow them to go before he shuts them down. But if you are currently in a position, or you have been in the past, and you were looking for an answer as to why the person that you least expected to be revealed as an enemy, it is because typically something has changed in your life for the better. Notice when you're down in that dry season, the same people that you see that start to speak against you, they start to backbite, they start to betray you. They never did anything when you were in that down, dry season. Like I said in the beginning of this message, they didn't do anything in your dry down season because it was nothing going on with you or for you that was intimidating. And so they kept their eye on you. This is what a lot of evil people do. This is what a lot of hidden enemies do. They will sense and know what your mantle is and what your call is and the gifts that you have on your life. Sometimes when you don't really comprehend what it is, they will know in the way you walk. They will know in the way you talk. They will see your boldness. They will see your courage. They will see your confidence, and they will be bothered by it. But they stay hidden and they lay low because there's no momentum in your life. So you just going through. You could be down living in your car. You could be down and you're homeless. You could be down where you unemployed. You could be down when you don't have no money. You could be down where you're sick. You could be down where every time you take 10 steps ahead, you get knocked 50 steps back. They know that, but they also know that you persevere. They also know that you're resilient. They also know that you really do believe in God and you never let anything keep you down. They know that they've had front row seats to see you get knocked down, but every time you get knocked down, you keep getting back up. That right there alone, it bothers people. It brings people to jealousy when they see that you don't walk around and mope around in your hardship and in your struggle and in things happening to you. So I'm here to tell you all today, don't fear your enemies. Don't back down from your enemies. There is nothing that you need to do, again, besides leaving them at the feet of the Lord. You pray about your enemies and you speak a blessing over them and you let God handle them in whatever way he sees fit to handle them. You don't have to do a thing. That is the point of this entire video message. Just know that on your way up in your dry season, God will sometimes show you enemies, but right after, when things start picking up and happening for you, he will reveal them to you. God has to reveal your enemies to you, because when you go into your promised land, however that looks for you, these same people cannot come with you. That is why God reveals them to you. So don't think that it's strange. Don't be confused about the fact of, oh wow, how did she do this to me? Why did she or he do this to me? And I can't believe this. And I was calling them and, you know, I was coming around them. This is my cousin. This is my auntie. This is my uncle. This is my best friend. I thought, you know, they loved me. You know, I felt comfortable with my family. They supposed to protect me. You are seeing these things play out because God is revealing who really is for you. That's one thing I love about God. He will definitely show you who is for you. He will show you who loves you for real, even if it's your blood. He will show you blood family members that cannot stand you. He will show you blood family members that hate you. It does not matter what they mouth say. See, a mouth can say, I love you, I care for you. Oh, that's not what I meant when I said that to you. You taking that the wrong way. You going down the deep end. But God will keep showing you often how people actually feel about you. Sometimes when they're talking and certain things are coming out of their mouth, they won't even know that they're actually getting exposed, because out of the heart, it leaks through what you say. Everything that's going on in your heart, it comes out through your mouth. So when you hear people making statements and saying certain things to you and it's random and you questioning them about, well, why do you think that and why are you saying that? They are actually getting exposed and you are seeing the revelation of really how they feel about you. So no longer cry about the fact that you have aunties and uncles and certain cousins that are against you and they really don't like you and they are very negative when it comes to you. This is how they feel about you. This is their perception of you. This is what they've probably secretly thought of you all along your entire life. But God will start to reveal it to you. He will reveal those closest to you. Don't be getting caught up in what people say. Because if you walking with God and you praying, especially if you asking God, you know, if this person is really for me, Lord, do they really love me? Do they really respect me? I'm telling you, God will uncover them. And sometimes the uncovering and the revelation of these people around you, it will come when things start to change in your life for the better. Sometimes when you look stuck in life, people believe it's always going to be like that. They don't believe it's ever going to be change. They don't believe anything is ever going to turn around for you. And that's a fact. So that's all I got for you guys today. I gotta go because I have some other things to do. The Lord willing, I will be back with another video message. If any one of you have taken offense to anything I spoke about in this video message, it's okay, it's all right. I'm not worried about it. I'm not concerned because I know you will forgive me in the morning.